I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Today is when friends comes to visit day. I had to miss last week. My wife fell down a set of stairs at work and ended up with a compound fracture of her right leg. She was in the hospital for about a week and a half, and we just got her home on Thursday of last week. It's been rather hectic for the past 2 weeks. I haven't been able to do an extra video. I apologize. Hopefully going forward I'll be able to keep this up a little better. Three friends, Mitch, David, and Jim, have been busily churning out videos while I was slacking off. So they have three new ones. This is my South Bend Workshop Lathe. It has some unique features to it, one of which is it has reversing cross feed. So you can cut left-hand threads and right-hand threads. You can also cut in left and right-hand feeds, but the big thing is being able to cut left-hand threads. The way it works is this gear engages this shaft. Then that gear engages that shaft, that gear engages that counter shaft, down to another counter shaft, down to another counter shaft, which drives the cross feed. The way you reverse it is you flip this thing that's called a tumbler. The way the tumbler works, if I do that, then it takes this gear out of the drivetrain. It's still turning because it's engaged to that, but it's not a direct drive anymore of that shaft. So it reverses the direction of this shaft. Watch and I'll show you how it works. You always want to have the gear turned off and that bolt snugged up. Not really tight, just snugged up. See the direction the gears are turning? Now I flipped it and watch which way they go now. Backwards. So that lets you cut left and right hand threads. Also lets you feed left and right so you can cut both directions on the lathe. Kind of a cool feature.
Watch as I show you how to cut a half-blind tongue and rabbit joint by hand. The half-blind tongue and rabbit is very similar to the tongue and rabbit I showed you in the last episode, only the front of the end grain from this component is covered over by a section of the front component which passes over it. We start by preparing our components square and true. In this example I'm working with components that are the same thickness and the same width, but that's not necessary. I'm going to put the groove in this component, and so the paler one needs to have a section on it that can go in front of the end grain. So I'm setting it forward a little bit, and then I'll mark for where the groove needs to go in this component. Roughly there. I mustn't go back any further this way than here, otherwise the piece that covers the end grain won't be thick enough. So first of all I'm going to knife the rear side of the groove.
you've got a workpiece and you're normally planing, say, a rabbet, I'm going to remove this section here. You have to apply force down and in. That way you keep it square and flush and you move on. That's paying attention in two directions, and it's kind of hard, but you can do it. But there's a better way of doing it.
Good morning. Today in the lumberyard, I'm going to talk about the Big Al Bornemann layout template sold by the Guild. This is my original Bornemann layout template, and this is a brand new one that got left at a weekend workshop, and my friend Bruce is on his way over to pick it up. On the original Bornemann layout template that I bought from Al many years ago, the bottom fence was 2 inches, and that was great when you needed to make a mark and make it 2 inches. You could just go like that, and it's the same as a framing square. The new ones, they have this label on the inside, 1 inch over here and 0.75 for 3/4 over here. And I never understood this, why the new ones were that way. And when I measured it, I actually measure it, it's 1 7/8. So you can't use it like we used to use it for a 2 inch mark, because it's, unless you need a 1 7/8.